Hey guys, I'm pretty sure I'm looking crazy right now. So let me tell y'all about my night. So last night I took Taylor to the emergency room because, okay, we went, y'all know, well, y'all don't know. We went to Pocahontas Park on Sunday. And I was kind of like nervous about her going anyway. I kept telling Cindy, like, we have to watch her, make sure she don't walk into the pool, like make sure she don't try and get in while we're not, you know, while we're not with her. So basically, she was like pretty good at the water park because the water came up to like her knees or thighs. So she was able, it looked blurry. Probably because of the light behind, sorry. Okay, so she was able to actually walk through the water at the park. She kept getting on the slides and like had the time of her life, y'all. When she came down the slides, sometimes she would go under the water a little bit. So that was like kind of making me nervous because I have read up on dry drowning, so I kind of knew about that. So of course, after I left, I looked up the symptoms just to make sure, like, if she were to have any symptoms, I would be able to recognize them. So Sunday night, she was perfectly fine, no issues, no congestion, like no difficulty breathing, no fever, no nothing. Then Saturday, wait, that was Sunday. Monday, she was perfectly fine. She stayed home because of the eclipse and stuff like that. And she didn't have any issues when your daughter comes out the bathroom after she finished going. Okay, so Monday she was fine, I said, and then Tuesday she went to daycare. She was fine. I picked her up. She was sick. So when I picked her up, her nose was running, and the lady verbalized to me whatever, was like, Taylor had to use the potty today. She told me she had to go, and I'm glad she told me because basically she had a big bowel movement. So I'm like, okay. So I took her home. I'm like, oh, she's sick. We're not gonna go to the gym today because, you know, she usually goes to the kids' place there and loves it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep her home. So she didn't have a fever or anything. I wasn't really concerned. But as time went on, she began to get more and more like lethargic, and she had more difficulty breathing. I gave her Claritin, and it wasn't really helping with the runny nose or anything, and like I could tell she was getting more congested by her voice. So by the time it became like time for bedtime, we had checked her temperature about twice, and her temperature was like steadily rising. Oh, and then when she came home, she told me she had to use a potty again. I put her on a potty. She tells me to go because that's what she says when she has to have a bowel movement. And she, I'm sorry if this is TMI for anyone, but basically she told me she had to go. I put her on the potty and I leave and I hear her say, ouch, ouch. So I walk back, I'm like, Taylor, what's wrong? She tells me that she, her stomach hurts. So I'm like, okay. So y'all know I'm looking at the symptoms and stuff. If you haven't seen the symptoms, look them up on Google because kids die from like dry drowning and stuff. So at the end of the night, like before, she was already asleep. We were about to go to bed, but her temperature was high. Well, it wasn't high, but it was raising. It was getting higher and higher. So I looked up the symptoms and I came across a story of a 4-year-old boy. I came across the story of a 4-year-old who had went to the swimming pool, and 6 days later, he basically had a dry drowning incident and died. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like I cannot live without my baby. Like, what am I gonna do? Should I, like, I think it's a cold, but I don't really know it's a cold. So I just went ahead and, well, me and CJ went ahead and took her to the emergency room. They checked her lungs, they checked her heart, they did an x-ray of her like abdomen. And they determined there was a cold and that the stomach pain was probably due to her constipation because she was moderately constipated. So I was like, okay. So basically, like, I mean, I don't want to say we went to the emergency room for nothing because my sanity is everything. And like I said, I would never be able to forgive myself if something happens to my baby. So I'm glad to know that everything is fine. And now we kind of know like what to feed her for the constipation and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened. So in the comments, y'all tell me if y'all ever like had a little freak out situation like that where you kind of overreacted, but you're happy you overreacted because it kind of like saved your sanity. So yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. We've been like at home chilling all day. We had the blankets out over there because that's where she wants to like lay down and stuff like that. She wants me to lay with her, and she's like so clingy and whiny today. So I've been working from home, and I was just saying, I said on my Instagram, I'm just so happy that like I didn't have to ask at the hospital like, okay, when can she go back to the daycare this time? If I were still working, today would have been the day that I had to go back to work. So for me to be in the emergency room like at 1 a.m. last night, and then I would have had to like figure out what to do with her because she doesn't need to be at daycare right now to make anybody else sick, and I wouldn't have had anyone else to watch her. So that would have like worried me to death, especially with it being my first day back. So like I feel like God knows what he's doing. I'm just so happy that I didn't have to worry about that piece of things. I knew like, okay, I'm keeping my baby home tomorrow. I'm gonna be with her, like she's fine. And even for like CJ's sanity, he didn't have to worry about that either. Like, should I take off or should you take off? So that was great. What you doing, boo? Come here, show them your fidget spinner. Come here, show them your fidget spinner. What's that? Your nose is running. Give me that dime. You wanna go put it in your bank?
Yeah.
Let's go put it in your bank.
Him.
Come on.
Come on. Look at me. Look at me.
Your piggy bank.
Piggy.
Oh, girl, you got me tripping over your stuff. You gotta put your stuff up. Can you reach it? Put it in there. You did it. Yay. Look at y'all, look at my little baby. Look at her. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. She's just playing with her fidget spinner with her socks and sandals on. I did not do that. She did. Alright guys, so remember I was raving or complaining about not knowing what to cook. So I got a Blue Apron box. I paid for it. And this is the first meal. Actually, I didn't pay for this one because it was free. I got a gift card right here from Just Fab when I ordered my stuff from Just Fab. I got this right here. Excuse my nails, like y'all. My hair, skin, nails have my nails growing out like crazy. Wow. But here it is, spicy summer vegetable curry. So I'm excited to eat this. It should be enough for CJ. Okay, so here's the box that it comes in. Food is better when it's from scratch, made from scratch. It's when you start from scratch. Happy cooking. And it's like a refrigerated bag. They should send desserts. And everything looks so fresh and pretty. It doesn't feel cold. Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. Okay, so let's see what I need for this recipe. I need a cup of jasmine rice, vegetable curry knickknacks. So we're gonna, so we're gonna need that. It smells so spicy in here. We're gonna need half a cup of coconut or coconut milk. Put that right there. Okay, I'm gonna get everything out and then I'll show you guys. Okay guys, so I had to show you what the finished product looked like. Ignore the plastic bowl. Or what's wrong with you?
I want to eat too.
What do you want?
I want to eat too.
She's not saying I want to eat too. It sounds like it, but she's saying she does not want to eat. Basically, that's what she's trying to say. This is it. It's a little spicy, but it's actually really good. I like it. I would have never thought to cook this, so really good. Hey guys, today is Thursday. Y'all, I'm so cold. Like, I had this sweater on. It's freezing, and I just took my temperature. I'm not sick. My temperature was like 97, so it's perfect. But I'm freezing. I don't know. When I went outside, it was a little colder than usual for August, but yeah. And my throat is hurting a little bit. Just a little. I think I'm about to take a cough drop or something. But I just finished editing a vlog for you guys. So I'm about to, well, I'm uploading it now. And so yesterday I was talking to one of my friends about like taking our toddlers or our little girls out of daycare full time. So I've been contemplating that and trying to figure out what's the best option for my family. We want to become debt free. So we do have like student loan debt and stuff from grad school. My parents had me in undergrad, but grad school. And then when I went back to get my doctorate or my EDS, I had more student loan debt for that. So the goal is to be debt free, and then of course we have the house. I don't have any credit cards or anything like that, so that's amazing. Got to worry about that. Never plan to get I never plan on getting a credit card, like, ever, because I ain't trying to deal with that. But yeah, so the goal is to be debt free, and it really does not make much sense for us to be paying so much for daycare when I'm at home. And we also pay for like childcare at the gym, and she goes to the gym with CJ and me. And when she goes, it's like children her age there. They play. They have like different centers and stuff there. And I also consider the fact that I have a degree in education, social work, and psychology. So the education, social, and emotional aspect could be covered by me. And I know for sure that the lady I'm sending her to, like, no offense to her, but I know that she doesn't have the credentials that I have. So I feel like I could do everything with Taylor to prepare her for like preschool and stuff like that here. She stayed home with me on Monday and Wednesday, and she stayed home with me like a couple of days during other weeks and stuff. And honestly, she does not hinder me from doing my business, because when I used to work, I would work my business more so when I got home from work. And I found that I still have to kind of do that, because a lot of people that I'm working with, they also work. And even if I have a phone call during the day or something, she is like not in the way at all. Like, I could take her outside, I can play with her, I can teach her, I can read to her and stuff like that here, and it still wouldn't affect anything that I'm doing. So it just seemed like the smart thing to do. Me and TJ would save a lot of money doing that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move to that. My only concern was like if I have some type of appointment or something to do and I can't really take her, what would I do? So I did inquire about as needed or PRN daycare services, and her provider said that she would think about it and let me know. But if she can't do that, I understand, because I don't want her to feel like she has to hold a whole slot for Taylor. We probably use it like once or twice a month, if that. So, and so we were thinking about having her go part-time for 3 days a week. But I know at first I was gonna do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but my mom was like, Tierra, holidays usually fall on Mondays and Fridays, so you guys are gonna be paying for a lot of days that you can't even use. So I'm like, okay, that's true. And then I thought about doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but I was like, she's gonna be home for 5 days straight. Although children are resilient, I just felt like that's crazy for her to go 3 days in the middle of the week. That's weird. I also considered that when it gets cold outside, I'm not gonna feel like going outside to take her to daycare, knowing that I'm gonna come back on snow days. I'm definitely not gonna take her to daycare either. So just doesn't really make sense, y'all. It really don't make sense. So I think we kind of made a decision on that. And like, even with the social aspect of it, like, I have books and stuff on social skills for her age, and I read those to her, and she even tries to read them back to me, like, don't bite, don't hit, don't push, please, thank you, excuse me, sorry. I have those books, and I actually got those when I was working in the school system. So those are like right at her age level, and I'm pretty sure that's the only like skill she should be learning at this time. I'm going to come up with a concrete schedule for her, so she's not like just out here doing anything. Yeah, but I really enjoy her being home with me. I really do. And when she's gone, I miss her. She is very independent. She plays by herself. Like, she doesn't require me to be like all up under her and stuff unless she's sick or something. She does pretty well playing by herself. What else? If I need her to like sit away and sit down and be quiet for me to do like a 15-minute call or something, like, all I have to do is give her tablet and put on like a game or something, and she'll sit down, and then I can give her attention right after that. So everything, I mean, it makes sense to me, y'all. Now, I'm not trying to convince y'all, because it makes sense to me. So yeah, that's the goal or the plan. Y'all, this little jacket is really warming me up. I feel really good. So yeah, what's on my agenda for today? I already edited the video. I have another, I think we're gonna, hold up. We're gonna do this recipe tonight. This one is the longest. It takes 45 to 55 minutes to cook. And I have a call at 12 with one of my new business partners. I need to fold clothes. I want to vacuum. Yeah. And I have a couple of dishes in the sink that I want to wash before I cook this evening. So that's where I am. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Even though this is going to be up after this week has passed, I hope that the current week that you're in is wonderful. But I'm going to talk to you guys later. I don't even know what time it is. I'm about to go get me some cough drops. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.